Hello and welcome to Fire Engineering's Training Minutes. I'm Paul DeBartolomeo. In this evolution, we're going to use a single rescue jack to free a trapped occupant from underneath their auto. First thing we're going to do is take a walk around to the back side of the car and discuss some stabilization options. The first thing we're going to do is stabilize the vehicle opposite the lift. The firefighters are going to come in and place step chocks under the C and A post, and we're going to put chocks in front of the rear wheel and the front wheel. The reason we do that is as we lift, we don't want the car to skid out on us or come down on our victim. We also don't want the car to move forward and backwards. Notice the firefighters just placed the step chocks. We didn't lift up in the fender well as we often do at car accidents. Lifting up on this side of the vehicle is going to cause the suspension to drop down more on our victim. So we're just placing the step chocks in place to counteract our lift when we begin lifting. All right, we're going to move back to the driver's side of the car. We're going to set our rescue jack for this lift. All right, we're going to come into the driver's side of the car and we're going to position the rescue jack. We want to find a place somewhere between the B and the A post. Tony's going to come in and get the tip of the rescue jack up into the roof rail. All right, when we set the rescue jack, we want to maintain a 50 to 70 degree angle, much like setting a ground ladder at a fire. Okay. Another thing we want to be aware of is leaving a little space between the column of the jack and the door skin. We don't want the car to contact our column as we do our lift. All right. What we're also going to do now is we're going to secure the base of the rescue jack. Russ is going to pass a J-hook under the car with a ratchet strap to mark. And we're going to bring it around the passenger side and up over the hood and lock it right into the roof rail. So we've got our ratchet strap running from the base of the rescue jack, under the car, up and over, and it's hooking right into the roof rail. Russ is going to tension the strap. The jack is going to be secured right in position. All right, now we're set to lift the car. Tony's going to work the rescue jack. We're going to lift the car just enough to get our victim out. In addition to lifting, Mark and Russ are placing cribbing in to stabilize the load. The rescue jack has a rated strut on it for 10,000 pound working load limit. However, for added stability, the guys are going to place step chocks under the A post and the C post just as a backup stability factor. We've achieved our desired height. We're now going to be able to extricate our patient. We're going to lock the rescue jack in with the locking pin on the column. We're going to stabilize our patient. We're going to remove him from underneath the vehicle, and we'd hand the patient off to EMS. In this segment, we performed a single point lift using a single rescue jack. It's a quick maneuver requiring minimal equipment and minimal manpower. I'd like to thank the Commission of Fire Prevention and Control and the Connecticut State Fire Academy for allowing us to use their facility and their equipment. I'm Paul DeBartolomeo. Thank you for watching Training Minutes.